Well, thank you, Dr. Rajesh, for letting me be a part of this very interesting course, instruction course on keratoconus. And my topic is contact lens, the mainstay of visual rehabilitation and contact lens designs. And I have to cover that in 8 minutes. So, if you look at the global consensus report, which was published in Konya in 2015, now one of the agreement panels of the experts, it pointed out that contact lens and scleral lenses are extremely important for visual rehabilitation in these patients of keratoconus and other corneal ectasias. And they recommended that rigid contact lenses should be used in patients with unsatisfactory vision, with glasses and conventional lenses. And initially, we should try the conventional RGP lens, but in a patient who is not tolerant and who is not happy with that, we can go for specialized contact lenses. Now, the CLEC study, which observed more than 1,200 patients over a 5-year period. Now, this study looked at various factors. One of the reports was on corneal scarring, and the risk of corneal scarring was 38% in contact lens wearers over 5 years who were not wearing contact lenses of a proper design. And it concluded that the poorly fitting contact lenses increase the risk of scarring more than twofold. So we know that contact lens fitting in patients of keratoconus is challenging. And the challenges are that many of these patients have optical and anatomical irregularities, and there's an increased higher order aberration. So even if the refraction is good, patient is not having a satisfactory vision. So what is the best lens to use? There is no one best lens. It's the one which maintains the corneal health while providing good comfort and vision. And customization, I think, is the key in these patients. Our goals should be to have adequate visual functions, optimum comfort, and proper fitting characteristics are very important. That is the tear exchange and the oxygen transmission in these patients. Now, how to decide? One is you can categorize the the keratoconus. A mild keratoconus would mean a flatter K than 7 from the point of view of contact lens fitting. Moderate between 6 to 7 millimeters, and the severe would be steeper than 6 millimeters of cornea. So what are the options in a mild keratoconus patient? If a patient has a best spectacle corrected visual acuity of 6.6 or 6.9, we can prescribe glasses, or we can even give soft toric contact lenses. But if the patient is not happy with the vision, we can go in for specialty lenses, hybrid lenses, or conventional RGP, provided we keep a larger diameter of the contact lens. Then we move on to the moderate keratoconus. I think rose K2 would be the most common option, and hybrid lenses up till about 6.8 millimeters of the steepness of the cornea. We can also use Kera soft and customized soft lenses. In severe keratoconus, it becomes more difficult, but we can still try some designs of rose K2 lenses or scleral contact lenses. Now, if you look at conventional soft toric lenses, the pros are that it's easy to handle. There is a good initial comfort in this patient. Cons are that it can correct low cylindrical powers, and there can be a visual compromise on using this contact lens, and can only be given in early cases of or mild cases of keratoconus. Various options are available up to about maybe -6 diopters of cylinder. So if you use conventional RGP lenses, the pros are that they are cheap, there's a good vision, and they're durable. And the cons are that there's a lower initial comfort, and of course there's instability. They can keep popping out, patient can keep losing these contact lenses. And this is an example. You see the 6.8 base curve contact lens, we can see that there is an edge lift. And if we go just one step steeper to 6.7, and there's an edge contact. So we don't know what to do in these patients. Other problems are high riding or low riding contact lenses and decentered lenses. And so what happens is that a regular RGP design does not accommodate for the peripheral changes which happen in a patient of keratoconus. So often there is an edge lift in these patients, and this leaves us wanting for the perfect fit. Now, Kera Soft, the pros are that there is a good initial comfort, simple to handle, highly customizable, and of course the cons are that there may be some visual compromise in these patients. So the patient may not be absolutely happy with the vision. Piggyback lens systems we used to use earlier. Now the scale lenses are so common that we are practically shifting to that. But it is difficult to handle, and there can be problems with the oxygen transmissibility in these patients. Hybrid lenses, there's some problem with the availability. They may not be that freely available, requires highly specialized practices for that. So there's a soft skirt for comfort, and there's an oxygen-rich tear layer, which ensures that the lens doesn't weigh down on the cornea. So no matter where the cone is, what is the severity and location of the cone, the lens is stable and it doesn't move much. And there's very little debris under the contact lens, so it gives more comfort to these patients. And the classical, this kind of an ad for a hybrid contact lens and healthy, refreshing, hassle-free wear, sun protection, and crystal clear vision and comfort besides other things, and easy to put, just like a soft contact lens. So if you look at scleral lenses, the pros are that they provide very good comfort. The lens is extremely stable. They're highly customizable and can correct very, very severe cases. Sometimes even with scarring, we see very good vision in these patients. Now, and the cons are that to handle those lenses is a problem. You have to train that patient how to handle these contact lenses. Of course, they are very expensive also for some people. So if you look at what are corneoscleral lenses, 13.5 to 14.5 millimeters. A semi-scleral lenses would be 15 to 16 millimeters. A mini-scleral lenses 16 to 18 millimeters, and full scleral lenses would be 18 millimeters and above in these patients. Just an example of a patient with a steep cornea, and we can actually use AIOC2020, and it gives us a very nice idea of what kind of a fit our patient is having, whether the vault is clear or not. Now finally, rose K2 lenses, because they are the mainstay, and we have, I think, major bulk of our patients have rose K. So this is the advantage of a rose K, is that we can alter the periphery fit. So we can disengage the peripheral fit from the central. And there are three major designs: rose K2, rose K2 IC, and the nipple cone, or rose K2 NC. And in the periphery, we can actually customize the way we want. We can make it steep or make it flat according to the trial lens fit in these patients. It has something like ACT, the asymmetric corneal technology. So what we can do is, in patients where just the inferior part of the lens is off, we can actually steepen that part so that the lens fits better on that patient. Also, the toric periphery, so many times we see, because peripheral fit is the most important factor when it comes to fitting these contact lenses. And so the last 1 millimeter of this lens is toric to ensure that there is a proper fit. And so just in the end, if you have to follow an algorithm, patient of keratoconus, we tell the patient to avoid rubbing of the eyes and consider cross-linking. And then after that, if the patient has satisfactory vision with glasses, go ahead and we can consider contact lenses. And in case of unsatisfactory vision, of course, we again go ahead with the contact lenses. In case satisfactory vision is there, we prescribe the contact lenses. In case not, we can consider ring segments in these patients, PRK or toric IOLs and other options. And then again try the lenses. If it's satisfactory fit, go ahead with the contact lenses. And otherwise, patient undergoes a DALC, PK, and then finally give contact lenses. So contact lenses are everywhere in all the managements. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amit. It was a nice overview on the role of contact lenses